game.
Okay. Hello everybody, welcome to what is, I want to say unfortunately, game 3 in this series. We did unfortunately miss game 2 whilst we were casting game 1. We're already very lucky to be casting this series anyway, thanks to a very quick one between Von Ivan and Kimbo. But let's not waste any time. Map for game 3 here is going to be Faymanville Approach, and playing in the north, Hulksmash as United States forces.
Hulksmash smashed through Jesulin on Crossroads as United States in game 2, which Dan mentioned we weren't able to cast it. It had already finished by the time we'd finished. But do you know who isn't finished? Jesulin. He's been seemingly shell-shocked by the Co-1 Pro coming into Co-2 for the first time in a tournament. He's been shell-shocked, and he's been left rambuncled. He's been left some of the old-worldy phrases that mean, you know, what the hell's going on here?
Insert phrase here, I think is the...
I couldn't think of 3. I always try to do 3 now. I don't know if you've noticed. Stern Pioneers pushing in. Green cover awarded. Hulksmash pushed away. The Rifles don't want to lose any of that juicy 28 MP.
This is fantastic early game aggression, really good usage, and the idea, of course, to be capping on the back lines whilst putting insane pressure at the front. He doesn't want to let Hulksmash even get out of his base at the start of the game. He knows that's going to keep him off of the rest of the map, but then again, Jesulin, come on, get out of negative cover, hold that engagement in green cover behind this tractor here. And, you know, right at the start of the game, forcing USF to go right where the fuel is furthest away. This is a really good play of the map, I think.
It absolutely is. This is a classic game now. This is an ace game decider between two true equals. We've got rusty old Jesulin, 2014 Co-2 dominant player, and Hulksmash, who is an unknown Co-1 Pro. And it's going to be great. Rifles versus OKW, it's pretty standard stuff so far. It's all about winning these early game engagements, though, Dan, and making sure you get those resources that allow you to push yourself on into the later tiers and stages of play.
I think that Hulksmash has he's got the right style of play, I think, to deal with that kind of early aggression at the start, because you can even see just the path of his echelons in the north, the way he's capping. He doesn't go for those deep cap points. You know, he's not like, I'm going to rush all my stuff to the other side of the map and just dominate this area. He's keeping the points close to his base connected, which means in terms of his resources, he'll still get resources. He'll still be able to tech, and it's safe. And it's safe against a player like Jesulin, which I think is the really important thing.
It's good to play safe, and it's good to play safe against Jesulin. And then we saw a lot of that by Hulksmash in game 1. It's unfortunate that we didn't see his United States. We don't know if they're as safe, or if they're like, that coiled viper kind of approach where you lie in wait and then strike all at once with 3 rifles and grenades. You don't know. That could be something Hulksmash likes to do.
Yeah, kind of. I'm interested. He's stacking his manpower at the moment. I guess maybe does that suggest he's going to spend on teching early on? I think so, because otherwise I don't see any reason. It looks like maybe he's just waiting for 50 fuel, going to burst into Lieutenant and maybe save some manpower for M20 or something. That seems to be the case.
I think Lieutenant's what pretty much every US player is going at the moment. It's a great way to get a free Browning automatic in the early game. And obviously the AA half track has so much utility. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't do that.
You can see that Lieutenant is coming up right now. It's a good incendiary grenade, going to stop green cover advantage for these echelons and riflemen. We do have the first tech truck for OKW. Jesulin is going to go for mechanized. Mechanized going to be the choice here for him.
Very good, very good. Bad idea to go mechanized. A bit of an interesting location. I suppose you can reverse all the way along the road and get to the repairs that way, and it's not in danger of being taken out. So it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. In fact, it's a little bit of a new thing. I've never seen that one before. I
think it's nice. Maybe he can set up tier 4 kind of over the point that connects the fuel and have a nice little hold down area for himself.
It's nice. I like seeing new areas of the map used and utilised. And that might seem like such a trivial thing, but somebody that's cast as much company heroes as Dan and I have, it's little things like this that are like, oh,
this is very
he
dangerous.
tied his
Sorry
shoelaces.
to interrupt you, but
Sorry,
there's a
yeah.
rifleman, very low health on the retreat. Could be the first squad wipe. And oh, and he's getting blocked by the unit in front. That was tense.
Completely unexciting, Dan. I was going to make a really good point about shoelaces and Jesulin, but
I'm sorry.
I can't believe you interrupted me to nearly bring
no.
us that squad wipe. You know, no danger as well. I mean, that rifleman was a tank. He was clearly going to survive every time there. Onto the ambulance, getting heals up right now. Try and get his squads back on the battlefield, because right now he's ceded possession to the dominant Spaniard, and Jesulin is looking just that. He's got both fuels for now, and he's having a good early game.
Yeah, Hulksmash I'm a little bit worried about, because I would like to see him play Heavy Cavalry Company, but actually I think he's going to have to rely on Recon Support or Airborne for AT at this rate. He hasn't gone for Captain. Double fuel to Jesulin. He's going to be bringing the Lukes out fairly soon, because I assume that's what he's going to go for. And then, you know, it's like, do we have the CP available to even get AT out? This is dangerous. He doesn't want to start upgrading to bazookas and, you know, sticking them on riflemen. That'd be horrendous.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait and see, because we have no idea of Hulksmash's understanding of US. It could be surprising. There are ways of playing US that are surprising, so we'll have to wait and see. That said, though, if we're taking his Wehrmacht play into account, we're going to just expect him to do heavy cav Pershing. Big shout out to some of the 17-strong Co-1 community in chat, like Solan and others that are here to support Hulksmash playing today.
That's nice.
Luke's on the way, Dan.
Hopefully they'd be torn, you know, between some of the players in the tournament. Not the only
Probably
Co-1
just want
player.
aim strong, Devem, Hulksmash, Nagano to win.
The dream semi-finals.
Yeah. Such titans as Aimstrong, Devem, Nagano, and Hulksmash.
You've seen them for the last 10 years. See them again.
Indeed.
Now in
Panzer
HD.
2 is going to be formidable. Yeah, very good HD, Dan. Very good stream quality today. Big shout out to Relic for donating the GTX 1080s to this tournament. We haven't actually given much shout outs to the benefactors yet, but there is opportunities to win a GTX, and one of the 4 we have acquired has been put into Dan's streaming computer, which accounts for the fact that it hasn't broken today, and there's been no lag and other problems.
Don't jinx it. Don't. What are you doing?
Oh.
What are you doing? You're breaking the golden rule of not mentioning it.
Well, if it breaks with this card in it, I think we can only blame yourself. So, you know, no pressure. Nice,
well.
Luke. Save the first Grenadier's life. The lieutenant is pushed away.
Yeah, and of course, Jesulin not going to be fearing mines too much. So going to go in. It's going to be the AA half track for Hulksmash, which is going to be the answer to this. And he needs to be careful with his ambulance. He has moved it back from the front where it was before. Jesulin's just going to be picking off at manpower right outside the base, and it's very dangerous. And the AA half track, he has to get this right. He has to get this right in order to get those shots off and push the Lukes back. Then he has to use the suppression platform to pin the Volks down, let those riflemen recap the map. But this is a terrible situation to be in 8 minutes into game 3.
It's not going well for him right now. He's trying to tech bazookas, but is he even going to be able to get around to the front of the pizza base to reinforce those bazookas? Here comes the AA half track. He's like, oh my god, what has happened to the United States Army? I'm noping out today. He's going the right. He's just reversing down. He's going to drive away. No, he can reverse onto the battlefield.
There's the bazookas. Using the green cover of his base. That's a new strategy, AA. I've seen that one before. Using the green cover of the pizza base. That's that is pro USF working off the back foot. And hey, half track, at least it's going to be destroying the green cover positions that OKW holds. Deciding to work his way. Now, I don't think splitting is a good idea here, actually. I don't think that splitting up is the right thing to do. He needs to put all of his forces onto that one side.
There's an MG34, there's a Luke, so I think he has to split in order to converge. So it's not so much as trying to cap the outside of the map, it's trying to spread out and then push away. You can't just expect to go through the front. You have to try and attack the sides.
It's going to have to be a big game from the AA half-track, though. It requires more micro to use than the Luke, so it's at a disadvantage, not just in power, but also in terms of usage. And he's got to play it all over the map. He's got to follow that Luke's wherever he can. And, this is dangerous, because if he uses all the armor-piercing shots on this house, the Luke's has an opportunity to go in. Jezelin spots it. It's a game of very intricate timings, I think, you know, when you got units that fire different shells like that.
Intricate timings indeed, and in this case it looks like Hulksmash's timings are all off, and time may be up. He's managed to escape the Kessel and go around the south side to cap that victory point, to keep him in the game, quite frankly. But it's not looking too great right now. He has no hard counters, this Luke. He only has the bazooka rear echelons and, of course, the anti-tank rifle.
See that shot?
Beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. Through one tree and over a wall between some other trees, he managed to get it. Great threading of the needle there.
So Hulksmash has got a VP. I think he might be walking over for another one. Either that or he's going for munitions so he can try and get more Zooks on the field. At the moment, the echelons, they're doing good. They are doing good to keep the Lukes at bay, but he needs to get more out of the AA half-track. See you dancing there, by the way.
Yeah, I don't want people in chat reading too much into it. Luke's is putting excellent pressure down on this rifleman.
They are. I mean, it's a difficult situation where he's constantly... He's got to overextend. This is one of the pressures of Faymanville, is that the VPs are so stretched out. You can't go down the center when you're in this position from your base. You kind of do have to spread out. So Jezelin's in an amazing position. But now that Hulksmash has the left side, he's got to either draw everything over and hit the right hard, or he's got to focus on the left. And given that tier 4, Jezelin has tier 4 over the fuel on the right, left side seems to be the only solution he has.
So all he's got left to get him back in this game. He's going to have to focus on the west side, or the left side, whatever you want to call it. It's his last bastion, his last salvation. And without an M1 AT gun, or without the being anywhere near close to being able to get a Pershing out or anything similar, he is very heavily pushed back. And Jezelin's lauded OKW that got him to the championship final of Warpaint is looking supreme, dominant, and in control.
Credit to Hulksmash, though, because he is actually working the map very slowly. You see a lot of players that don't play this strategically from the back foot. They get frustrated, you know, they feel pressured under time. For Hulksmash, I actually really respect the guy for how he's playing, because he's just slowly working parts of the map up. He's okay to retreat and come back when it suits him. You look at the map control he's getting back. Jezelin's in a dominant position. This is the sign of a really good strategic thinker.
Yeah. Yes, and Hulksmash has to wrestle back control. He has to think about things the best he can. He's still got half of his original victory point tally left in his credit. He's you know, it is possible to mount a comeback, but he certainly has to deal with this Panzer II, which already has veterancy 2, which gives it 4 different bonuses. 60% accuracy on the move buff is just ridiculous, quite frankly. Really allows it to chase down retreating squads a lot more powerfully and accurately, of course.
Oh, this is dangerous. This is dangerous. Zooks are on the retreat. Half-track is out of position. Jezelin may have an opportunity to go around and flank here. Doesn't take it, though. Hulksmash alluded to it very slightly. He's got great preservation, though. Hulksmash actually is avoiding the Raketten. And there goes the AT grenade on the Lukes.
And the one mechanic that is extremely prevalent in both games of the series, and you know, there's no change to really, is manpower preservation, upkeep, and squad retention. And to become a top-level player in Code 1, you needed all 3. And it's the exact same in Code 2. So, you know, that carries over so well that Hulksmash is in a great stead to give himself time to breathe and to try and work out how to play this game at its high level. And clearly having beaten Jesulin in Game 2 and won as USF. He certainly has proven he can do that. So let's give him some credit. Let's give him some benefit of the doubt. And let's see how he wrestles back control. He's certainly... there's one thing in the build, Dan, that could help him.
Well, I think this AT gun is a great idea. Faymanville is just so open. That AT gun, the USF AT gun, I think it's the longest range AT gun in the game. Quick rate of fire as well. Once it does get veterancy, popping high velocity rounds. Is it high velocity or white phosphorus rounds?
It's HVAP, high velocity,
armor
piercing. High velocity,
anti-personnel.
armor penetrating.
Is that what it is?
Yes, I'm going to guess and say that's what it is.
You can get away with it. But, nevertheless, though, he has had to go for the captain tech, so he's gone kind of the linear way.
Lieutenant, kinetic energy penetrator, it seems. HVAP. It's very similar to what the Americans still use on the Abrams tank today. It's basically like a dart. A high velocity dart that pierces the armor and then fragments inside the hull of the tank and shreds the tank crew inside. It's very different to a lot of other methodologies used during World War II to penetrate a tank and incapacitate it.
It's nice getting that A half track doing serious work on the left hand side to stop the VP being captured, and the work on the VPs for Hulksmash has been really good. And the great thing about him as a player is that he's actually able to defend these VPs whilst putting pressure on other parts of the map. He's not really... I think, in a sense, he's better than Jesulin at doing that.
The Panzer Fear on the battlefield. Jesulin's ramping it up now. He may be up against an M1AT gun, but he certainly has enough to push the army around either side of it now. He has two tanks that can do concerted effort and damage. And Hulksmash Dan is only at 7 3/4 command points. He needs to get to 13. I'm in no doubt that he wants heavy cav. But he could have been using rifleman mines in the meantime. He could have maybe used a bit of off-map smoke maybe on the MG. So there's no reason not to decide to go heavy cav earlier on, in all honesty.
It's not a dead cert though, because the Jackson's pretty good, right? So it's not like you need... I mean, it would help. Pershing's amazing, but yeah. Jackson with this would be cool. But it's like in the last game when we saw the Tiger, you're right in that sense. It seemed to be his playstyle entirely.
Yeah, glad you climbed down there because I was going to offer you a bet. But I like that we always play devil's advocate to one another. So even if we're not being genuine with our beliefs, it's nice to offer a second opinion. Even if it's sometimes just to spite one another, which is much more... It's the friendship bond model we've built up over the years, Dan. We are both very talented men, and we both have huge egos, and we're here to spite one another and keep one another on each other's toes, on our perspective toes. And that's exactly what makes us a formidable casting team. Oh, tactical situation seems to have changed. It's interesting.
It does. Hulksmash clearly has a specific build he likes for every faction. You can kind of see that. That he's got the 280 guns. He's going to go for that big heavy hitter. And that seems to work for him. He's again prioritized heavily into infantry at the start of the game. I think this kind of makes him readable for players that maybe are going to come up against him later on. You can see exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, agreed. I thought the Luke's, by the way, was going to go in for a bit of a rush. So you've heard about his Veterancy 2 stats. How about the Veterancy 3? Plus 20% maximum speed, plus 20% rotation speed, plus 20% acceleration, plus 30% sight range. That's joining the Vet 2 abilities, which were plus 60% accuracy on the move, plus 25% more shots per reload cycle. The OKW Veterancy for the Panzer 2 and Luke's in particular is unreal. It's silly.
I mean, I'm trying not to go into this spiel about how veterancy is so important in this game. We know it, too many people have ignored it for too long. Veterancy is such a game changer. Really does bring out these units and the usability late on. And
nice one.
I still think there's things to be discovered with veterancy, honestly. I still think there's There's units that can overperform.
I think we've only discovered 80% of this game's potential. To be honest, in a competitive setting. Oh, nice one. The Stukas of Fus is out for Jezil. I can't believe he's going to go for rocket artillery.
I can't believe he's going to fail to use rocket artillery again in game 3. If you weren't repulsed by the Katusha usage, watch him use a Stuka. The good thing is with this though is that it can be fired at max range with exactly the same results as it would be close range. I don't know. You can tell. I'm not impressed by Jezelin's indirect fire.
You may have mentioned. I think if we were counting, we might have, in fact, lost count by this point. But it is a valid. It is a valid point. Pakawi's out for Hulksmash. It's been ramping up the kills, 3 already. So we've got 2 M1AT guns. We've got a Browning 50 cal. We've got the M1 Pakawi. This is perfect for the Stukas of Fus. The Stukas that won't go any further than that point in the base, because Jezilin loves to fire at max range and give his opponent ample time to evade. Oh no, it's going further. What the hell? What's Jezilin thinking?
I don't know.
This is crazy talk.
He's not going to fire it straight away. He has got special operations flares here, so hopefully, unlike the last game, maybe he'll be able to pop for recon, get those working for him a little bit more when he fires the Stuka. But, that first shot, it needs to be shock value. It needs to be shock value.
Take out the house. That would be shock value. Imagine that.
Probably lined it up on the retreat path.
Will he get out in time? Will he get out in time?
Yeah. Oh, he has lined it on the retreat path. And it's nearly the result that he wanted.
That was beautiful.
And that's the kind of top level play that we were expecting.
That was beautiful.
Well, or weren't expecting.
The second arrow along in your Stukas of Fus firing barrage range indicator is where the first rocket hits. So Mr. Jezilin, in this case, aimed that first arrow at the house. He then used his right mouse button to orientate the rangefinder to be in the direct line of the algorithm for the player Hulksmash's retreat path. That's an explanation for any new players or improving players in the Twitch chat, because I think, Dan, sometimes we assume that everybody has been watching and playing this game for as long as we have. So just throw in an occasional tidbit like that.
I think it's good to do, because there are people that don't play the game that come to watch. They might get bored if they don't know what's going on. So it's always nice to throw it. You see it in other games, you know what I mean? They always actually talk about basic mechanics. No one else seems to mind, so...
Just as long as we do it sparingly, I guess. Throw in a nice little bit here and there. It's always good. So, I mean... Hulksmash has, of course, gone heavy camp. Like we said he was going to. The Pershing is close to being on the battlefield, but it's going to be up against, Dan, the Command Panther.
Will it?
Eventually.
How much is the Command Panther in PopCap? Because...
Ooh,
I don't think he can go for it right now. He has to throw a unit, and by getting the Stuka out, he doesn't want to throw the Lukes at Vet 3. I actually think he's a little bit stunted now because of the PopCap. And if he does get that Command Panther out, he's not going to be able to reinforce everything. This is something that I think actually we may see it in this game. Normally it's an irrelevant point, but USF, a feature we'll call it, is they can break PopCap. Yep. With the vehicle jumping in and out of the vehicles. Maybe we'll get to see that here.
And the most obvious case ever of a designer or a developer saying, "Oh, really? They can?" Just tell the community it's a feature. It's fine. We'll pretend it was a feature.
Literally.
Honestly, they literally completely like po-faced it, like they're playing a good poker play, I guess. Stukas Fus second barrage, got 4 kills on his first. How will he do on his second?
Oh, where is it going? Right in the base.
Weapons and these infantry! That is a massacre! Well, wasn't that good?
It was a good hit. It could have been worse. And I think you can see he was going for the pack howitzer. We haven't paid enough attention to that unit in this game. It's actually done a lot of damage. It's pushed the MG off loads of times.
Nice work by these STG-toting Folks Grenadiers. But here comes the AA half-track to mitigate. Rear echelons in the house have to be careful, Dan. One shot away from fatality.
Ooh. Just makes it. I love that Hulksmash is still getting use out of the AA half track. mainly because it's such a good mobile suppression platform. It'll be able to suppress these Volksgrenadiers, whilst moving. It's so good for tipping engagements. 2 AT guns basically means not even the Panzer IV is able to move on the map. Jezelin will be desperate for a heavy vehicle here, but it's almost like the build order for Hulksmash is much, much better. It's working for him.
I think that the problem with his previous build order in that one game we did watch was the Tiger was a bit rubbish. In this case, though, he's going to have the Pershing. We all know just how damn powerful the Pershing is. It's the squad wipe machine, the SWM of this game, and it will chew you up, swallow you whole, then spit you out, then bite you, and then chew you up again. It's that good at killing squads.
Such a tough game.
It's just nice to have a moment of silence, actually, after a while.
I'm just looking at Hulksmash laying anti-vehicle mines on the south side, and it doesn't look like they trigger by infantry.
They should do.
Didn't think it did, actually. Right,
no, they do. They're all purpose. They're all purpose, then.
That's what I thought. None of the infantry died, and it's still there. Anyway, we'll watch that. And we've got another Stuka shot at the moment. This is going to be a big one. Oh my god! Takes down the pack howitzer. Great shot. I'm glad we caught that one.
Here comes the Luke's veterancy for Luke's. And I know chat's enjoying my descriptions of its veterancy. I'll save that one for later because here comes the Panzer IV. The M1's been found out. Nice shots in. Also, here comes the Sturmgewehrs. The Vet 5 Volksgrenadiers. The pack howitzer has been recrewed. It's probably going to be decrewed very shortly. How will Hulksmash counter this?
Well, he's got the bazookas on the captain. He's getting the AT gun out of there. But the big one, of course, is the Pershing, which seems to have hit the field just in the nick of time. And this is going to be chaos. I think actually from this point, as soon as the Raketten reveals itself, it's probably going to take a fierce counter shot. And there it is.
Wow.
That's a huge
Amazing
shot. Late retreat means that is going to go down. It's, no doubt about that. And
this Pershing down is going to punish Jezelin. And to be honest, I know Jezelin's been a little bit, at times, annoyed with his play in this tournament so far. And now he's going to be eaten alive by the Pershing. And don't make any bones about it, ladies and gentlemen, he is going to be eaten alive by this vehicle. It's one of those things that, if it goes uncountered, it's a game-winning unit.
I really think the Panther would be... I guess it's a good choice if he goes Command Panther for marked target, but I'm also thinking maybe even just a Jagdpanzer IV or something to help.
I would actually argue 2 Jagdpanzer IVs would be his best option right now. He can currently build one. 2 Jagdpanzer IV. The Pershing is that good. If you're up against the Pershing, you cannot allow the Pershing to exist. If they build a second Pershing, the meta changes again. You cannot allow the second Pershing to exist. It's that good. Here comes the Panzer IV.
Oh my gosh, Panzer IV really, really wanted that A half-track dead. This is a bad retreat path, though. He needed to pick a wide line because that one still can't get a long shot. I think he just managed to avoid... Yeah, I think he just managed to avoid line of sight. Counter to Pershing is the tier 4 building.
I don't know, man.
Tier 4 did a lot of health damage actually to the Pershing, but here comes the counter A.
Here it comes, the Panther command tank. And it's here to command a comeback for Jezelin. He may be doing right on victory points, but he's certainly not doing well on a strategic front. And the Command Panther has got to wrestle command back in Jezelin's favour.
He's going to be hunting for the Pershing right now. He's got a great opportunity whilst it's on low health. He's the pop mark target, getting there really quickly. I think he was trying to go for a faster. This is a great opportunity.
Nice shot by the Rakettenwerfer also.
Why is he...
Hulksmash tries to body block. The Command Panther gets a huge shot at max range and abandons the Pershing. Misses with an attempt to take it out. Oh my god, this could be brutal. He needs to be careful.
If Hulksmash is paying attention, there is enough AT there to get a snare. But what's he doing with the rifleman? He's not pushing the field at all.
Here comes the Luke's. Luke's is coming to decrew that Vet 2 M1. Great play by Jezelin.
That was incredible play. Hulksmash, what happened there? I felt like he just fell off the keyboard or something.
He just didn't recognise the fact that he could snare, most likely. As we say, he is a Co-1 player playing Co-2 to the best of his abilities, and he is a bit shaky around some of those utilities. And here we go, we've got the Panzer IV with a huge maraud in. Now we finally see the anti-tank rifle grenade. Will he be able to take it out? He's got Rakettenwerfer, he's got M1s firing through the hedgerow.
And Hulksmash needs to be careful, because that Stuka is ready, and if the Stuka takes the shot at the base whilst all of this is retreating, there it is. You can see it moving up now. This is it.
This could be a catastrophe for Hulksmash. The Stuka is firing. He can't evacuate the premises in time. And here come the rockets. 1, 2, 3, 4. They miss every single one. Dear God, rubbish. Damn it, Dan. I really wanted montage
I
moments
really
again.
thought that was going to be like the best finish to the game 3. But no, sadly not. Actually, Jezelin's potentially going to lose a Volks Grenadier here. He's going to push away with the Lukes, which isn't on, isn't off hold fire rather.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed now. I thought my 1, 2, 3, 4 thing was cool. Apparently, I'll have to save it, but it won't be genuine anymore. I feel really hyper after that emerge energy drink. Now it's really kicked in now. I feel like I'm bouncing. It's great.
I should,
I've got a stomachache now and my eyes have gone blurry, but other than that, woohoo.
There's no caffeine in it. Well, actually, there's natural caffeine from
it's a focus
green coffee beans. I actually looked at it. Actually, researched it.
Oh, yeah, indeed. Well, Hans is probably going to get us loads of free tins for GCS2, so hopefully it is safe to drink and won't make us all blind.
He needs to, off the amount of advertising you've done for him.
Well, it has been ironic advertising, hopefully, but...
Well, this isn't a horrendous situation for Hulksmash. If anything, you know, 96 pop cap for Jezelin, and, you know, we can still see the Pershing come onto the field, but if you look at the AT that Hulksmash has, I think he still has the infantry advantage. Definitely got an advantage of the pack howitzer constantly harassing the machine guns here. I think he's still in a good spot. He's doing the right thing, using the speed of the lieutenant to get to the VPs, start getting, well, stopping the VP counter. But I love this. Green cover and terraforming the map still at this stage of the game.
Oh, dude. You gotta see, though, that the Vet 5 Lukes is a beast. It's now got the suppression added to its capabilities. It's got better everything times 5, like almost the amount of stats or upgrades it's had now. It's pretty much oh, used from the bazookas though. Got 5-man rear echelons, but oh, here comes the Stuka Zavus. Could punish them.
Oh,
it's on the base. It takes out the pack out. Almost decapitates his infantry also.
But again, that Stuka shot was off the actual road. It was
the rear echelon done. They could finish off the Panzer IV. That could be ridiculous. Oh, that was close.
No, they're not going to get it. I have severe reservations about Jezelin's use of the Stuka. It was off target for the road. I think he actually could have wiped squads there. I feel bad pointing out this like constantly.
Yeah.
You just think he could be closing games with this. Yeah. Oh, here's the Pershing. Oh no, it's the ambulance.
Indeed. He can't get the Pershing at the moment. He doesn't have enough manpower. He has had to get the ambulance, obviously, to keep his infantry healthy. I think one of the feathers in his bow right now, paradoxically, compared to what people would usually think, is actually the Veteran C3 double bazooka rear echelon. It's one of the few things keeping Hulksmash in this game. Just think, Dan, after all this horrific turmoil today, Jezelin's managing to beat CS2-1 in a long series, and then being up against Hulksmash, this Co-1 pro that makes you play really long games against him because he's really, really good, but he doesn't actually understand how to play Co-2. So he's finally been able to beat this, like, savant, and then he's now going to be... He has the joy of playing Von Ivan if he wins this, Dan.
Yeah, it's, you kind of don't want to win, I think.
Here comes the Stuka Zavus.
Big hit.
Oh, that was a big one.
Yeah. He's definitely getting the first shell in the right place. I think that's definitely one of the important things to say. Panther still needs to be careful. Hulksmash, I think where he's failing here right now is that he's not decided where he's going on the map yet. He needs to go for one of those VPs. You got machine gun, a very, very formidable building on that right-hand side. Center seems a bit of a no-go, although the AT guns could push it. Left-hand side, pretty open. So
the amazing thing for Jeslin right now is the amount of veterancy he has is really quite dominant. He's just in such a good position. He needs to keep that Luke's alive though, and it looks like he's able to do that and get into the loving hands of the now finally upgraded repair pioneers in the mechanized regiment. So there you go. In the center it looks like, however, he is about to lose a Foch grenadier, or will this smoke help him out?
It's a good grenade there from the lieutenant. Nice flank on the MG as well. VPs are exactly what he needs right now. What are the echelons doing to push away this Panzer IV? The AT guns rolling in. It really is all enough. And look at the range of the AT guns there. USF AT guns have insane range, and as they pick up their veterancy, they're also going to be penetrating a lot more. War of the Rakettans to the left of the center house. Who has the bigger muzzle?
Nice from the Command Panther, just marauding around the battlefield. Just like a peacock strutting. We've got the Vet 5 Lukes is now ready for war once more. The Stukas of Fus is firing its 7th barrage by my account. This thing has a huge amount of kills. It had 32. That just climbed to 33 and 1 vehicle kill, funnily enough. I believe that must have been the ambulance.
Nice grenade. Oh, it's a very low health. It's a very low health Vet 5 Grenadier squad. MG, I don't think, is in the right position. Good suppression from the MG34. Stop that lieutenant getting the kill. The VPs are crucial here. Hulksmash, he doesn't want to let that VP get decapped, but he has. No. And he's just losing units now. So.
He is. Luke's is on 26 kills now. A lot of them high priority targets, hence the 5 pips of veterancy. Just shouldn't have let that Pershing die down there. He would have won this if he hadn't let the Pershing die.
Yeah, it's oh, there's a nice infiltration grenades. Now Jeslin to secure the VP. Panzer IV catches the Rakettan off guard. This could be a lethal shot. It is. Hulksmash had a lot of chances this game.
He did. I think, as I say, that miraculous max range shot with the Command Panther to take out the Pershing was the winning masterstroke for Jeslin, and it literally wrestled control back in his favour. Just as I was saying, you know, getting command of the game, and he did. Again. Oh,
I'm still not sure of these. He's got special operations flares up. How do you miss shots with that?
Classic Jeslin. Big Jezza. The oh, tell you what, that's a dead captain. And a bazooka. Well, he doesn't want it on the Foch Grenadiers, funnily enough, because they're veterancy 5, they're great at dealing DPS. No point wasting a bazooka on them when you're not up against any tanks. That's a horrific voice acting for OKW, just sounded in my ear. What's your attack? They're now down to 50 points. It's pretty awful.
Quite good.
Pretty sure no German sounded like that ever.
That's quite good.
Well, it's quite a good impression of a bad impression, I guess.
If there's ever any future installments of the game, I think it should be nominated.
For retarded OKW announcer. Give them death! Give them destruction! Show them no mercy! It's kind of not as good that time, but I tried to up the retardation levels, if that was okay.
It's OKW, not Orc.
It was very Orc-like. My bad. You instilled confidence I could do the impression, and then I proved to everybody that was just a one-off. But nice attack here by Jeslin, getting dirty and deep with both the Lukes, the Foch Grenadier, and the Stern Pioneer, and pretty much checkmating Hulksmash and smiting him.
We want that Stuka finishing blow. It's got four VPs to make it happen. Oh, it's gonna be. We're not gonna get to see it. We can only dream that was the Stuka strike we were waiting to see for 40 minutes. But good game. Jeslin through to round 3 of what has been so far a grueling Week 2 qualifications. All right, let's get back to the lobby. God bless this GTX 1080.
Is it good?
It's really good. Yeah, I'm just watching the values. Like whenever I used to use the Stinger, I used to kind of see the GPU like rise up to 100%, and then I cross my fingers, but please don't crash. Now it's running at 24%. That's the difference.
Yeah. I just thought you were trying to con us into getting one, but it does actually seem like it's really helped out. So fair dues.
Yeah, it's been good. But
no, I was only joking. It's fully deserved. Well, your production levels are outstanding, and you absolutely deserve all the help you can get with your tech, because the artistry that is Daniel Stormers Hobden needs the patronage of, in this case, Relic and the community. So excellent.
Why are you being so nice to me?
Because I was just horrid to you just now, and then I had to make up for it. I thought I'd pissed you off. So I'm very excited right now because Aimstrong, my good buddy, my good big old buddy Aimstrong, has beaten Toronto 2-0, beaten Jay Fajet 2-0, and is currently battling hard against Von Asten in a very competitive series. So big shout out to fellow casters that we have today. You are going to stick obviously with Daniel and I, because we're the daddy G's of the casting industry. We've also got Imperial Dane. We've got Farhu casting today, and Doggy Yules. So big shout out to all of you. Oh, and Mazza. Don't forget Mazza.
Oh, is Mazza doing it as well?
He's in Russian, yeah, apparently. There was a Joe versus Nagano game today. Nagano won 2-0. But that's pretty exciting that there was one.
Sorry, right. Just type something.
That's fine.
There we go. Sorry.
Need to be sorry.
Should we have a quick look at the brackets? Just to update everybody what's going on?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Oh. You do that. I'm going to get a quick snacky.
Well, we'll go to a break, I think, because I need a coffee as well. I'm
okay,
also sweating like I've never
just
sweated
link the
before.
brackets, then go to a break then. How about that?
Well, I'll run it through and then we'll